What's up, YouTube? Down here in the garage, gonna see if this thing right here will start. The plan is we're gonna ride dirt bikes tomorrow. It's been a while since we've done it, so I'm down here messing with my KTM 250 two-stroke and gonna play around and see if this thing will start up. Man, it's been a while since it's been cranked. It does have non-ethanol in it, so it's been sitting with non-ethanol, and this is the premix that I run. I run Motor X. Low smoke, cross power, fully synthetic 2T, just a really high quality oil. And then on KTM motorcycles, you know, that's the factory fill. Motor X is what they recommend. So I run it my FZ09 too. So except I run 4T in that. But anyway, we're planning on riding dirt bikes tomorrow. I haven't ridden any motorcycles since I did a track day a few weeks back at VR. Just been busy with work and other stuff on the weekends. Been going to the pool a little bit and started working out in the gym again, so lifting weights a little bit more during the week, so just kind of tied up with different things. But we're going to the beach next weekend, going down to Wrightsville Beach, kind of the last hurrah for summer, so to speak. So I'm definitely want to ride my dirt bike tomorrow, and that is the plan. I think we're going to ride some enduro tomorrow. So it has not been cranked in a while, so that's what I'm going to attempt to do. I'm going to do a cold start on it, so we'll test out the reliability of it. But I've gone over my dirt bike one or two times before in other videos, but just real quick, I'll go over it. It's a 2009 KTM. It started off as a KTM 250 SX, which is the supercross, motocross version of KTM's lineup. And we ride a little bit of motocross. We go to motocross tracks. We used to go, 1 or 2 days a week, which was fun. Good cross training. It teaches you how to really ride corners fast, and obviously jumping too. But yeah, this bike, man, it's set up to ride in the woods. The guys that I ride with in the woods are absolutely blazing fast on dirt bikes, which is good for me because riding with guys that are faster than you is how you improve your skills. No matter what kind of motorcycle you're riding, if you ride with guys that have more skills than you, then you're going to improve. But yeah, the guys that I ride woods with, they're all, A-class, expert level riders. So I just hope I can keep up tomorrow. But anyway, this is a 2009 KTM 250 SX. It's been slowly converted over to be more of an XC bike. So my buddy Troy recently put a new top end in it. I don't know if you guys can even see that. It's got a brand new Vertex, which is the stock piston that KTM sells. It's a Vertex piston top end. It's also we also replaced the head. You can see the difference in how clean the head is. That is a brand new OEM XC head. We took the SX head off and sold it. And it's got the XC head on it, a new top end. It's got an FMF gnarly pipe, which is, this is more or less FMF's fatty. It's similar to FMF's fatty pipe, but it's got more bottom and mid than a fatty does. And it's 18 gauge steel, so it's really, really strong. But we ride some pretty technical, pretty rocky stuff. You can see it's got a few dings in it. Doesn't affect the performance at all, but yeah, you got to whack something pretty good with that to ding it up. But got that done. It's got Renthal fat bars. It's got MSR bark busters, the real bark busters, and it's also got the BRP bar ends that's actually tapped into the bar, so it's even sturdier. I had Cycler handguards, but I switched over to Enduro Engineering a while back. They're a little slimmer profile. The Cyclers were great, but they were just really big. And all the guys in our group run Enduro Engineering and rant and rave about them. The bike had the KTM caps on the bars when I got it, so that's kind of blinged out. It's also got the suspension done by Mark Hilton, the Motivations Racing in Hickory, North Carolina. He does all the suspension for the guys that I ride with. And so the suspension has been set up for my weight, my skill set, and my speed. So the suspension, I have no complaints with it. Yeah, Motivations Racing, Mark Hilton, check him out, does awesome stuff. Troy also replaced the ignition box on this bike. We took off the SX ignition box and replaced it with an XC. Brand new part from KTM, that's the real deal. And that kind of tones down the power a little bit. Because this is a 252 stroke, I mean, it makes upwards of over 50 horsepower. So it's really strong, really lightweight, really fast. But I tend to lug the bike. I tend to lug a dirt bike, and more so than riding it all strung out on top end, which, some guys ride it like that. I just prefer the power to be mid to low and kind of lug it. So with that ignition box, that really makes that a lot easier to do and kind of tones it down a little bit. It's got an MSR shift lever on it, Pro Taper drive chain with chain and sprockets, and we swapped this out to a 50-tooth rear, which again just makes it a little bit easier to ride in the woods for me. This is a pretty pricey part, but it's worth it. Is the TM Designs the full skid plate and chain guard on your swing arm. It's that part there, and then it consists with this part here for as far as your chain guide. And like I said, we ride some pretty rough stuff, man. So sometimes you want to have a little bit more protection on the bike than you would for, say, just motocross. It's also got the guy that I bought it from, Mark. He already had the full KTM exhaust canister on the rear. So it's got a spark arrestor too, because we ride on federal land. So we ride on private land too, obviously, but you have to have that to ride in the woods. So yeah, I love this thing. I'm really happy with it. It's a lot of fun. Our route tends to ride street more in the spring and summer, and we ride in the fall too, obviously, but we kind of switch over in the fall and winter and pretty much solely ride dirt bikes. So it's good to kind of mix it up a little bit. So we'll try to fire this thing up. It hadn't been cranked in a while, so I got my head strap on this GoPro and I'll put on my head and we'll try to crank it up. So we'll see how this pans out. I hope it starts, because damn it, I want to ride tomorrow. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. All right, this thing has not been cranked in a while. So we'll see how it pans out. So we'll take it off the stand. Doing a real legit cold start on this thing. So it's been several months. So the first thing we'll do to it is we will cut the fuel on. Get some fuel going down there to the carburetor. There's the choke. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. We'll pop that up. Right? Pop that up. All right. Now my buddies that have 4-strokes, they have all got electric start, push button start. This is a 2-stroke, you don't have that. So what we'll do is we'll blip the throttle 2 times. That's kind of a trick on 2-strokes. KTMs like to do it that way too. Put the kickstand out, pull the clutch in, give it no throttle, and just kick it and see what happens. Second kick. Second kick, we'll cut the choke down, smooth, let it idle a little bit. Second kick, it hadn't been started in probably 3 or 4 months. The second kick, it fired right up. Just kind of let it idle a minute. Just kind of keep it going. Well, that makes me feel good about riding tomorrow. Hell yeah, fired up on the second kick after it's been sitting for, God, like 4 months. The second kick, that is crazy. Motorex oil, man. KTM reliability and Motorex oil. This bike doesn't have a kickstand, so you gotta put it on the race stand. But wow, how awesome is that? Bike's been sitting that long, second kick, so I feel pretty good about riding tomorrow. So yeah, we'll get my gear cleaned up tonight, get my gear bag packed, and do some riding tomorrow. So hopefully we'll shoot some video and you guys can check it out.